Food and money, there are lots of similarities, and that's not just because we here as the Welsh chef, but yeah, money is an ingredient, an input that you need into your life that gives you nourishment and energy to live that great life. Food is that. In your body, you need food for nourishment, and the quality of both and what you do with it really can impact it. If you're going to live on donuts, live with the consequences. So you have a very similar relationship with money and food, but it doesn't just end there. So I want to talk about the relationship with smart eating and its similarity with smart money management. Now, I'm of the generation, or maybe not a generation thing, but I grew up in that whole, you've got to eat everything that's on your plate mentality. If you don't eat what's on your plate, there was somebody starving in Biafra. Now, I never quite got how me eating that last piece of broccoli was going to stop someone starving, but there was a lot of this story that we're told around scarcity and that gratitude, but more you must appreciate what you've got and waste not, want not kind of story, which actually is BS. Because what it does, it starts creating a dysfunctional relationship with food, but we can then also, it spills over to our relationship with money. So if we've been taught we've got to eat everything on our plate, what translates often in the money world is you've got to spend all the money that comes into your life. And most people have this urgency to get rid of all the money that comes into their life. And there's a very, very deep correlation between, well, if it's there, you better eat it, but if it's there, you better spend it. Maybe you see that pattern in your life. And I had to be really aware that, okay, I have been indoctrinated into this, if it's on your plate, you need to eat it all. If there's that slab of chocolate, well, who can just eat one block? And this all or nothing kind of mentality. As a kid, I used to try and hide that broccoli under a gem squash shell so you could say, I've eaten everything on my plate. But now I know that you don't need to eat everything on your plate. That is smart spending. Eat until you're satiated. Slow down so your body can actually catch up and go, oh, I've eaten. I'm actually full. I don't have to keep going. So we've got to eat slower so we don't, and know that we're allowed to stop when we're full. The aim of the game isn't just to eat it all or spend it all. And if we've got trouble with eating everything that's on that plate, we've got two options. One, we can put less on the plate. I've really had to teach myself, okay, I know that I've got this pattern, this indoctrination that I've got to finish what's on my plate. So I can put less on my plate and still finish what's on my plate, but just have less. But that, for me, wasn't necessarily always that helpful either, because, hey, you got a plate, you got to fill it. So get a smaller plate if that's a challenge. Because this is the real interesting concept. It's not just about the portion or having to fill it. We can control that. We've got far more control than we like to believe. But we can actually use frameworks and structures to do that. So the same happens with our money. For many people, just because it's in their bank account or it's there, they feel this pressure that they must spend it. And what also then happens with some people they go down into debt, they manage to clear some of the debt, but because this credit's still available, or they're told that you've got a good credit score, their facility, they feel they have to now fill that gap again by taking on more debt, more liability, more minimum monthly spend. So it's the similar kind of energy of you've got to eat whatever's ever on your plate. You've got to spend any money in your life. So we can beat ourselves up about that, or we can use systems like put less on your plate. So putting less on your plate is using something like Wealth Pie. Allocate less of the money that's in your life to day-to-day spending, or to whatever is that area where you don't maybe have currently got control over that area. Use a system. So chunk money to different things. And if that is still a problem, get a smaller plate. So you can put in systems that some of the money just goes off without you even having to make that choice. So instead of standing up and going, how do I dish myself up? Have an automatic system that dishes up what you've got. Have that direct debit that automatically sends money to your automatic investment plan, to your savings plan, to your debt blitzing. So you're not having to stand at this huge big buffet of spending life going, how do I have to restrict yourself? Know that you've already only got a small portion on your plate, and then enjoy eating that. So the real challenge is now we've got an infinite ways for us to spend money, not only physically in stores, but online with single clicks, with one swipe. Hell, you don't even have to get your card out. You can just wave it around and money goes. Many cases now, you don't even have to have a card. You can just use your cell phone and poof, money's gone. And we've got more and more disconnected from our relationship with the money exchange, just like more people got so disconnected with their relationship with eating. And so why you've got to be a conscious eater, you've got to realize when you're full, when you're satiated. We've got to get far more conscious and in relationship with our spending and our money. And that is how we then get a healthy relationship with it and make sure that money is getting to stay in our lives. It's getting directed to things like assets and savings, so we have great financial well-being. So there you go. It's not a portion issue. It's a control issue. And it's a matter of us claiming back agency of our lives instead of just reacting to life, actually knowing we can drive this extraordinary life bus and decide where it goes and decide what size plate we're going to have and still damn well enjoy it because it's great for us. So I'm Ann Wilson, and if you're watching this anywhere, then over at thewealthchef.com, head on over there, www.thewealthchef.com, and below the video, I'd love for you to leave me a comment that has portion control been a challenge for you, maybe both in your food life, but do you see a pattern in your money life? Do you have this urgency to just spend everything that's there, or just find another thing to fill up if there's a little gap with another monthly repayment? Do you need to find ways to automatically reduce the portion available so that you don't do that? How could you use systems and tools like Wealth Pie and others to do that for you? So yeah, share with me if this resonates, and in what area in your life could you maybe eat less but enjoy it more and have a great relationship with your money. So until next time, keep living that great, juicy, amazing life with money serving you, not enslaving you.